Hello friendos, today we got more drawing stuff! You guys asked for it, so you can't complain about my horrific commentary skills. Yeah, but we've got 3 pieces in today's video because I'm trying to be considerate and I don't want to spam you guys' feeds, so yeah, we're gonna have more than one! Yay! The first one that we've got here is of course Gardevoir, if you can't already tell by the sketch thing. I hope I'm not that bad. Miss Rule 34 herself. Or himself. I don't even know. But I promise that's not why I drew it. Gardevoir is probably the one of the 3 pieces that I altered the most. Because I came up with like an entirely different piece of line art for this one, but I cut it out of the video because I just thought, what's the point of including it if it didn't even get put toward the finished thing anyway. I decided that the lines on it were that they were too thick for my liking, so I just didn't use them. And I started this one instead, which I was more happy with. And I think we're finishing it up right now. Should be neatening up the edges a little bit, I think. What are you doing, Lucy? Alright. Well, we should be getting on to the colouring soon. And I found the colouring quite a bit easier than I did with the Emolga. By which I mean like the base colouring. Because I spent like a good hour trying to neaten it up the first time. But then I realized that you could just add a stroke to it and it just does it for you and it's really easy. And eyes, oh my gosh, eyes. I am terrible at these things. I can't draw eyes to save my life. I just like, I did it and it's like, oh my gosh, where do I put it? Where do I put it? Does this look okay? What about this? What about this? I don't know how to draw something that's like, you know, facing to the side. Though, I guess come to think of it, Gardevoir looks really weird when it's facing forward anyway, so I don't even know how I do that. But does the eye look okay to you guys? Does it look off? Please tell me. I like constructive criticism because it helps me improve. Haha. Alright, I did also, like, try and paint. I don't know if paint's the right word to use. I used, like, a certain brush to try and do a bunch of the shading, and I kind of finished it in quotation marks because I decided that I didn't like it and I had to do it again, so I used a different brush with different settings and it started to look a little bit better, at least to me. And that's something that I want to ask you art people about because I don't know what I'm talking about. I watch speed arts and tutorials a decent amount because obviously I want to learn and I want to get better, and people will be like, oh yeah, shade things this way, shade things that way. But like a lot of tutorials, they miss out what I think is one of the most important parts, like the brush settings. What brush settings do you use? Tell me, please, because it makes like such a massive difference. Oh my goodness, and I'm saying that from the perspective of someone who like literally knows nothing about illustration, like at all. I've only used like 2 or 3 different brushes, and I find that I can use them for very different things, like the brush in the background. I think that's a chalk thingy, I don't know, but I think it works wonders for simple backgrounds and like the little zigzag thing I did with the Emolga. But I probably like the other brush that I used for shading a little bit more. But yeah, I think that's that one done. Does it look good? I like it. Thank you. I can't even talk. But yeah, number 2 is TheOdd1sOut! Yay! So, I didn't actually, film the little rough bit of this, this segment because I wasn't expecting to even upload a video on it. It was just like a random piece of, well, fan art. That's exactly what it is. I'm sorry if you can hear my computer, like my mic's right up close to it. But yeah, I decided to film it because I was like, oh, well, I've never really done lines this thick before, so maybe I could test it out and just, you know, document my progress, yeah. So that's why I started filming it halfway through. We've got Buddy Breloom here. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Because that is James's favorite Pokemon, I believe, so I just thought, oh hey, I'll put one of those in there. Somehow, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but let's just draw a little Breloom face thing, mabob. Yeah. I did decide a use for it later on though, so I guess it wasn't too much of a waste. So, here we go. Think I'm putting some shiny shine on it. I am pretty horrific when it comes to shading because like a really important part of knowing where to shade is, you know, establishing a light source, and I try to do that, but I'm just really inexperienced with all this, so I don't always really know where like the highlights and the shadows would even fall, even when I've established a light source. So I guess this sort of stuff is like, it's what comes with practice, so hope I get better. But I decided to just stick it on a t-shirt because that was the best idea I could think of at the time. And I also forgot that James's character doesn't have a neck, kind of, and I made a mistake, but I did remedy it later. You'll see it in like the little zoom in, but there's a little error here because it has a neck and it's not meant to. And we're putting in highlights and we're having a fancy little signature, and I think that should be this piece done. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it came out. It's like, obviously it was meant to be really simplistic, but I liked it. And the final one is Glue Baby, or UB Adhesive. Yeah, let's go with that. I was out when this thing was revealed on Koro, and wait, no, it wasn't Koro. I'm getting confused. Koro was today. This was just dropped in a random trailer. But I was in the car on my way home, and I checked Twitter because I have Twitter problems, and I saw this adorable little thing on my screen, and I had the urge to try and draw it badly immediately, but I couldn't because I was in the car, and it made me quite sad. But seriously, I love this thing. It's a beautiful little baby. You guys should tell me what you think about it in the comments below because I need to get comments somehow. No, seriously, I want to know what you think of it. This is, I don't know if it's my favorite Ultra Beast, but it's pretty high up there. It's at least number 2. It's beautiful. I like that it actually does look like its type, because I know that is something that's very, you know, distinctive about some of the Ultra Beasts, is that they're so abstract that a bunch of them don't even look remotely like their type. Case in point, Nihilego. Like, I can get why it's a poison type because, you know, it's meant to be parasitic and all that, but and it's like releases the toxins to take over people's minds, but I don't know why it's a rock type. It's kind of weird, but this thing definitely looks like a poison type. The little needles on its head are meant to like spout out poison, which I think is really quite cool. But it kind of looks like a mythical Pokemon. I really like it, and I almost wish that like the other Ultra Beasts were kind of designed like this, because it looks hecka like an alien, but it still looks like a Pokemon. Did you get me? Because like some of the other Ultra Beasts, they're just like, they're almost too abstract, and I don't really know if I can deal with them. I really like Nihilego. I really like that, but I don't even know what my least favorite one would be. I don't really like Buzzwole that much, but that could just be because I don't really like buff Pokemon. I think they look kind of weird. I'm really not a fan of Pokemon like Machamp or Conkeldurr. Just, I don't know, they put me off a little bit. Though I guess to be fair, I'm not really a huge fan of humanoid Pokemon either. I guess it depends on the Pokemon really though. Like stuff like Mr. Mime, I'd say I'm not a huge fan of, but Gardevoir, cause he... How could you dislike Gardevoir? It's Gardevoir. Yeah, I'm sorry if you can hear like a bunch of background noise. That's what happens when you record something unscripted. Yeah. 'Tis the life of a YouTube person that still lives in a house with people. Yay. But yeah, this is the part where we are getting to the shading, and I would like to ask an opinion on something, because I came across, it wasn't an issue at the time, but when I was looking back on the speed up, I noticed something and I thought, that ain't right, boy. If you look at the colours on the, I don't even know what it is, UB Adhesive, but I want to actually give it a name, like the other Ultra Beasts have them. I wonder what its actual name's gonna be, but yeah. Sticky Buddy here, if you look at his colors now, they're like really saturated compared to how they were a couple minutes ago, and I have no idea why. I closed out of the drawing. I don't know why, but when I reopened it, everything just looked really saturated. It was kind of strange. But yeah, this is just the part where I make some little last-minute adjustments and all. I tried to fit the whole Ultra Beast thing in the background, but it didn't work too well. But yeah, this is the final piece. I'd say this is probably the one that I'm happiest with out of the three, just because I don't know. I'm proud of myself for working with a design that was like only revealed to me like not even an hour before. I think I did pretty well for what it was, but I hope that you guys liked this weird video. I hope you guys like the direction that this channel is going in, even though it's likely not what you subscribed for, and I'm sorry. I've just been feeling a little bit creatively unsatisfied with my main channel at the moment, if you get me. So I'm using this channel as a bit of a guinea pig, and I really do appreciate all the support and the constructive criticism, because I do want to get better at this. And if you want to follow my journey even more, then you can go to my TheOdd1sOut page, where I post these pictures as deviations. I think that's what they're called. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to upload more stuffs. Bye!